What's up? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. Thank you. What I want to talk about today is the Marvel Legends Extremis Iron Man, and collectively what's going on with Marvel Legends. There has been a massive issue with regards to the HasLab Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. That has really exasperated a lot of fans, particularly Marvel Legends fans and people in the community who hold influence. You are seeing an awful lot of people that are out there that have gotten wired to this Marvel Legends line and understand that you're getting better quality, new sculpts and overall larger figures with the Todd McFarlane DC multiverse. Now that does have its own issues, I will be honest with you on that. But when you see promotional images like this, and I have to say, to be fair to Todd McFarlane, when he puts out promotional images for figures, I would say 9 times out of 10, even 10 times out of 10, the figure actually comes out as it looks in the promotional image. There has been issues recently with Marvel Legends, and in particular with this plastic-free packaging that they're going behind, with some of the imagery on the packaging and then what you actually receive inside the packaging. VHS Mystique comes to mind, and also the Amazon exclusive Gettr the God Butcher. VHS Mystique had a number of issues, in particular paint and different arms and legs from what I understand, and also then Gettr the God Butcher was in a promotional image on the box shown to have pinless technology, but actually it did have pins. So in my opinion, is that not false advertising? And now we are seeing it here again, in my opinion, with this Marvel Legends Extremis Iron Man. Everybody said the same thing when they seen this. They said, oh my god, this looks fantastic. Look at the gold, look at the way it's painted. It has one set of alternate hands and some blast effects. I mean, not even a Tony Stark head, which is very unusual to me considering they have multiple versions of a Tony Stark head now. Considering the fact that now in Ireland you have to pay €35 to acquire a Marvel Legends figure, whilst Todd McFarlane's DC Multiverse are still at the price of €25, $24.99 to be exact, but let's just round it up there for example. Now, you see this Marvel Legends Extremis Iron Man, and for a 6-inch figure at €35, that's greatly overpriced in my opinion. Now, of course, the people who are running this line are people that will tell you to staunchly vote for the likes of Joe and his party that have caused all of this nonsense. You see this figure here, €35, it's absolutely not worth it. Paint being good or not being good doesn't matter, because to me, €35 for a 6-inch figure like this that packs very little accessories with a plastic free packaging isn't doing it for me. But you look at the gold here, for example, on this figure, and that's what I want to point out, and I suppose you could point out the red. That's what the figure looked like in a promotional image, and in recent times they have gone to, I think, MCM London it was, and they had a number of different Marvel Legends on show, but this Extremis Iron Man was missing. Now, we see what this Extremis Iron Man actually looks like, and as we can see here, it has this mustard yellow, this mustard gold that they use on various different figures. Look, you can see the marbling here among the plastic, and it'll probably be the same with the red. As you can see here, it looks like a crack going along here. This is what we talk about when we're talking about marbling, and it just looks like a cheap knockoff in comparison to what we see here. There's a very big difference. It's absolutely night and day, the difference between the image here and the image that we see here. This looks like a cheap knockoff in my opinion, and this is why Marvel Legends in my view is losing sales and it's losing fans. The Robbie Reyes HasLab Ghost Rider Engine of Vengeance was an absolute disaster, an unmitigated disaster, and now it seems to be continuing on with popular characters because Marvel Legends and Hasbro at large understand that Iron Man is a popular character, and it is a character that they can put out an awful version of it like this here, and then later on down the road probably attempt to offer a premium version like this. They've already tested the market with the likes of Toad, Hulk, Captain America and various other characters that they plan on coming out in this kind of anniversary edition version of their figures. To me, fans need to take a real stand when it comes to things like this. This is the promotional image that you're putting out there, and that is absolutely what fans expect. They do not expect this. This is wrong. And this needs to be looked at very seriously by Hasbro, because the only way that you get them to look at it is by not buying it. Now what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen. And I'm only going to say this as a cause and effect. I am not endorsing it, nor am I supporting it. And again, this is what they have brought upon themselves. You're going to see people that are disinterested in paying €35 for this item, and whatever it might be in America, inflated prices thanks to Joe and his party that these people all staunchly vouch for. You're going to see people buy this with a plastic free packaging, open it up, swap something else in there and send it back for the higher price. That's exactly what you're going to see, because why would anybody pay €35 for this? I know I certainly won't be paying €35 for this. And with the rate that Marvel Legends is going now here, even in Ireland, it's starting to hit discount level. That's not good. And that means that you're churning out an awful lot of figures that people don't want, and you're churning out stuff that isn't good quality. And this is another example of it here. Now you will have people that will shill for this. They'll get the first look and they'll get the opening up of the figure in front of you, because of course as well everyone's surprised to see what you get inside now with the tissue paper that they have wrapped around it, even though McFarlane has kept prices down and also has his figure still in a window box, which most collectors want to see. Listen, I'm someone that collects the likes of Hot Toys and other things as well that you cannot see the figure in, but when you're looking at a cheaper enough item like this, an awful lot of people that do buy into this line engage in the likes of mass retail, and swapping is a big issue. The issue that's going to happen at hand though is they're going to have some sort of quick release tag or some sort of other means to prevent theft, which I suppose you could look at and link to this situation. But it doesn't need to be like that. Hasbro have decided to go down the woke route of saying to you, oh, we're doing this for the environment. Meanwhile, at the same time, they're churning out absolute shit like Cyberverse figures and various other pieces of junk that they could just totally cut down and cut out on to actually put good quality into these figures. In my opinion, what you've seen over the last number of years, whatever they might want to say, what you've seen over the last few years, in particular with the HasLabs, is you've seen that fan level interest, and the way that they market these things are towards fans, so it's for an older collector. Why would older collectors put up with the likes of this? This is subpar quality in my view, and it's not reflective of what they're putting out there as a promotional material. You're seeing other YouTubers that are out there that are doing fantastic stuff and calling this stuff out, and I think that's very important. But I do think it's coming to the point in time now that people are starting to realise that Hasbro having this Marvel Legends license doesn't seem like a good idea. It seems like people want something fresh. It seems like people want something new, and I totally understand them. They can talk about adding all of the articulation that they wanted to these figures, but you know what's going to happen next? They're going to see a steady decline with the likes of the Marvel Legends, in particular with the MCU, with the decline in quality that's going on there. And what you will end up seeing with figures like Iron Man and other great characters that are in the Marvel pantheon is you will see single joints. You're going to see the Star Wars treatment. Here in Ireland now, in our mass retail store, nearly all of the Star Wars Black Series items are on discount. All of them. That's including Boba Fett, a very popular character, is now going on discount. Some of the more popular characters that they've pushed over the last few years, like Ahsoka Tano, who's apparently a popular character according to Dave Filoni, this is a character now that is going on discount here in Ireland. Fennec Shand, someone that the Boba Fett TV series was pretty much about, is now on deep discount here now in Ireland. Can't get rid of her. The Inquisitors as well too, from the last Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, are going on discount. This is exactly the same fate that awaits the Marvel Legends line, with laziness like this, with greediness that you're seeing here, and with this false advertising, in my humble opinion, of a character like Iron Man. For the money that you're asking for a figure like this, with the limited amount of accessories that you're adding in here, this will be an absolute nailed on version of the character that we should be seeing here in retail. Not this. No wonder these people decided not to bring this to the MCM London and decided not to show this on any sort of streams. This is embarrassing, and it shows you their hands that they understand that this looks woeful. This is shocking stuff. Now, how do you deal with it? To me, it's by not buying it and sending a message that way. If you don't support nor purchase any of these items, they get the message. You're not going to see them releasing any sort of Eternals anytime soon, and indeed, if they do decide to make a second movie of that, I'm sure Hasbro will be like, listen, we're going to take a miss on producing any of those figures because of the hit that we took and the loss that we took on an entire wave of figures. This is why you're seeing them going back to the likes of Iron Man, Daredevil, Spider-Man, popular characters, X-Men, because they have had so many losses over the last couple of MCU movies. Spider-Man No Way Home notwithstanding. They've had so many losses now that they have to recoup and regain it. And this is what you're beginning to see. You're beginning to see a real decline of Marvel Legends in real time. It's sad to see, and an awful lot of people that are out there are calling for someone else to get hold of the brands. A lot of people are calling for McFarlane to get a hold of the brand. And to be quite honest with you, I think that's probably where it's going to end up. Because I think Hasbro, as you're looking at them now from a financial point of view and what they are doing in the entertainment sphere, they are panicking and they want to have their own brands themselves. There is supposedly a Disney tax that comes with some of these figures, and when you look at the Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, HasLab, Engine of Vengeance, and you price that in comparison to what the recent Transformers Deathsaurus and indeed the Hiss Tank were priced at, I think people are more and more looking at that and understanding what's going on. Disney are losing money they are with their movies, their TV shows that are all going woke. Hasbro are taking the hit because these things are not landing with fans. And ultimately, I think Hasbro are going to say, yeah, listen, thanks, but no thanks. We're going to stick with Transformers, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe. We'll wait and see. Anyway, what do you think about this? What do you think about the fact that they have put out a promotional image like this that looks great? Here's the thing. This looks very good. But ultimately, the figure looks like that. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.